Dr. Mike here. I want to talk a little bit about the homeschooling process and how my wife and I have gone about it. We started homeschooling actually not because of the COVID-19 and the quarantine. We haven't done it that way because we were forced to. We actually chose to. We decided this year that we were going to start homeschooling our children. It had been on our hearts since the children were very, very young, but this was the first year we thought we could really pull it off successfully. And so I want to share with you guys a couple of tips, a couple of things that we found to be effective over the course of this year, this school year, and maybe it could help you. And listen, there's no way we are not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but for whatever we can do to help each other, I hope I can impart a little bit of wisdom to you so that maybe it makes it a little bit easier during these times when we don't really know when the kids are going to be allowed back in school. And hopefully they get back in soon, but you never know. So with the restraints that are currently in place for not being able to go back to school, well, how do you do it successfully at home? And one of the things that we found that really helps, and our children are both, one is in middle school, one is in elementary school, but we found one of the things that we're also, I guess, for lack of a better term, addicted to is our devices, right? I know I'm looking at my devices quite a bit when I'm not with patients, so we're all guilty of looking at our devices and being on our devices quite a bit. And as parents, we're always in a battle with our kids to not have them be on the technology and on the devices too much because we know what that does to their brain, right? So I heard this statement the other day and I thought it was kind of cool. It made sense to me. And the question was this, the statement was this, it was, do you own your phone or does your phone own you? And that's interesting. I think if we really thought about it enough, we'd realize a lot of the people we know are really owned by their devices. So one of the things we've done is we've limited the amount of time on technology to be an hour and a half a day. And let me explain. With that hour and a half, we've given them autonomy to choose when they go on, with the exception of, the late night hours. We don't want them going on past 10 o'clock, but we give them a choice and a freedom to choose when they go on and when they go off. So we have a timer set. The devices also have timers where you can monitor how much screen time they have each day. So an hour and a half we found to be effective, where the kids get to choose if they take a break from their schoolwork, they take a break from being outdoors or doing some physical activity or exercise, they get to spend their hour and a half how and when they choose each day. So we found that to be effective. Another thing we found to be effective is that when they get up in the morning, that they're not just staying in their pajamas all day, that they get dressed like they're going to school. Now, we're not getting them up that early like they have to catch a bus, but we're trying to keep them on a routine. Children need a routine, children need discipline. Most kids I see that are not really in a routine or under some form of discipline, they seem to be crying out for it. And I think all kids, all of us, even adults, my grandfather was one of the most disciplined people I ever met. And with discipline comes freedom. Because he did things a certain way every day at the same time, he had the freedom to do a lot of the things he wanted to do in his free time. So I think discipline and focus and being on a schedule is really important. So get up at the same time, try to get the kids to bed at the same time, try to do it even on the weekends. I know it's hard, but that's important. If we can do that, we'll be miles ahead. And so have a curriculum. In my house, my wife handles the reading, the English, and the math. I handle the science and the biblical studies, and we both coordinate the societal and historic, the history lessons and things like that. So we try to do a lot of visits. We do a lot of workshops. We do a lot of outdoor activities where we go and visit different places and museums and art galleries and things like that. Those road trips or field trips is the word I'm looking for. Those are the things that we can do to really help. But the discipline, the focus, the consistency, and the scheduling is important. For me, I'm still practicing. We're trying to help people stay as healthy as they can, so I'm still working. My wife, we're really blessed that she can stay home with the kids and teach them. That's really her primary focus, but we also have other people. There's a collective or a cooperative. We have other people that we co-teach with. We do some online learning platforms. My children are members of Kumon, which is a tutoring program that is for mathematics and for reading comprehension in English. We find those to be beneficial too. So I hope this video finds you in healthy mental status. If not, try to incorporate some of these things as far as teaching, and downtime is important too. Don't forget, the kids need some downtime too. They need some outdoor activity. We all need to get as much sunshine as we can. It's the best source of vitamin D we can get right now is the sun when it is shining. And if it's not, I just did a short video on supplementation with vitamin D. I hope you check that out. I hope if you like this video and the others that I've done is that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and or hit the like button when you're on the Facebook page. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to cut out right now and hope everyone's well. We love you. We hope you're doing great, and we're going to come out of this stronger than we went into it. So keep your head up high. As my father used to say, keep your nose to the grindstone. Don't forget, stay informed and get adjusted.